everyone, welcome back. I hope you all enjoyed last week's chicken curry recipe and we're moving on to the next curry dish. This dish is going to be very different from what you've made previously, and it's not a classic, meaning it's not super common, but it's been used. Several regions make it, and it's a very comforting dish. It's a really simple dish and it's really light. I'm going to make it with potatoes, but you could totally change up the vegetable and put squash or eggplant, and that will work too. So let's get started. Okay, to get started, you're going to use 2 cups of plain yogurt, any kind, low fat, non-fat, full fat, and you put it in the pot that you're going to cook with. So this has 2 cups of water, and I'm going to thin it out. I'm going to start with 3/4 cup, and I'm going to just mix it in and get it to a thin consistency. So add some more. So this is a super easy recipe. So we're at 1/4 cups, and I still need some more. Half more cup. Okay, this is almost there. I'm gonna add just a dash more because it's gonna thicken when we cook. Perfect. So we have around equal amounts of water and yogurt. So 2 cups of water to 2 cups of yogurt. Whisk it to smooth, and then you're going to add some spices into it. So you're going to add half a teaspoon of turmeric, half a teaspoon of chili. See how bright and colorful this is? And then a teaspoon of coriander powder and a pinch of asafoetida. Asafoetida is a really pungent spice. It's the latex or the gum of a tree, and it's used with things that are heavy to digest. It improves the digestion of a dish. It's from the allium family in terms of flavor, so it's got that garlicky taste and smell, and so you add a little bit to it, and I'm going to whisk all this in and mix it up. And see this pale yellow color? This is going to change when we cook it. Okay, so this is mixed in, and now we have 6 boiled potatoes. So these are nicely boiled and soft. They're really soft. They're not firm. And I'm going to break these with my hand into this. You can cut it with a knife, but I don't know, in India they just use their hands to do this. They say it changes the flavor for some reason, so I am just used to doing it with the hands. But if you don't like the step and you want to do it with your with a knife, then just cut it into medium-sized pieces and add it to this. I know this dish looks weird currently, but trust me on this. This is super delicious, very unusual, and very comforting. Okay. So I'm going to wash my hands, and then I'm going to mix this, and I'm going to put this on the stove top. See you in a second. So we're back. So I mixed this, and I'm put it on a gas stove on medium-low heat. You don't want to cook this on very high heat because the curd will curdle and separate, which you don't want. So you want to kind of stir it frequently and cook it on medium-high heat till it warms up and starts beginning to, you start seeing bubbles or for it to come to a boil. It's been 4 or 5 minutes, and this yogurt mixture is warm, but it's not separating, and I'm going to add some salt to it. And now after this, while it's on simmer, I am going to do the tadka, or the blooming of the spices, and that's going to get added to it. So I'm going to move this to the next one and keep it on simmer, and in this one I am going to do the spice blooming, which is going to go into this. So we're going to heat up a small container, pot, whatever you have. You don't need a specialized one, whatever you have. And we're going to add like 2 teaspoons of oil. So make sure your yogurt curry is not on high heat. So once this oil is hot, so you need to have all your spices right in front of you. You're not going to have time to look for them. So we're going to be using mustard seeds, whole chilies, curry leaves, and some asafoetida again. So if you can see, this is almost like boiling, and I can see the smoke coming out. So this is going to pop, okay? You hear that? So around a teaspoon of mustard seeds, and then some whole chilies. Oh, I forgot the cumin seeds. So half a teaspoon of cumin seeds, and a little bit of asafoetida because we'd already added it to the curry itself. And the curry leaves. And you're going to move fast, and you're going to just let this pop and crackle. And don't move away from this for even a second. And that's it. It's all toasty and popped. The spice flavors have come out, and now this is going to go into this. And that's it. This is your dish. And remember what I told you about the turmeric color, that it's going to become really nice and bright and not pale. This is what I meant. And I'm going to simmer this for another few minutes, like 2 or 3 minutes, just so that everything mixes, and then I'm going to serve it. Okay, here you have it, the yogurt potato curry. Look at the bright yellow color, and it's got this nice tanginess from the yogurt. I just realized this needs a lot more salt than other dishes, and anything that's tart, so yogurt tart, is going to need more salt. So keep that in mind, otherwise it's not going to taste good. And the more sour your yogurt is, the better. So if you use like certain brands of yogurt like Nancy's are more tart, I would use that. This is best enjoyed with rice, plain white rice, and it's super comforting and really light on the system. So I would highly recommend you try this, and it's going to be very different from the chicken curry. You could also change up the vegetable from potatoes to squash or eggplant, or a different vegetable or a mix of vegetables, and all of these will work. Let me know if you have any questions. Otherwise, I'll see you next time.